This video presents a case study for the calculation of tree canopy cover under Standard B27 of Clause 55. There are two parts to this discussion: the contents of the standard and the Townhouse and Low-Rise Code guidelines. Standard B27 is a deemed to comply standard. If the standard is met, the objective is met. There are 5 prescriptive requirements: percent of canopy cover, the retention of existing trees, the method to calculate tree canopy, the minimum number of trees in the front and rear setback, and requirements for trees planted in soil or a planter box. There is one subjective requirement which provides the responsible authority with discretion for the species of new trees to be planted. To demonstrate the implementation of this standard, a case study will be used that is currently in the design process, and the landscape architect has prepared a first draft plan of the canopy cover. The property is in Melbourne Southeast. The property will be subdivided into Area A, front garden, where there will be an extension of the existing dwelling, and Area B, rear garden, where a new dwelling will be constructed. The area schedule shows that the site is 1,137 square meters. The property is more than 1,000 square meters. As required in Table B27.1, the minimum canopy cover required is 20%. To achieve 20%, 220 square meters of cover is required. This property will achieve 29% canopy cover, equal to 337 square meters. Broken down by areas A and B within the property, each area will achieve 29% cover, equal to 150 and 186 square meters. Represented on the plan are existing and proposed new trees. The canopy cover for each area is depicted by different shades of green. There are 2 additional requirements that should be shown on the plan. Each tree should be classified as tree type A, B, or C according to Table B27.2. Retained trees should be at least 4 meters from a proposed building. In Area A, an existing tree will be retained, and there is an existing building. The 4 meters does not apply. Where an extension is proposed, an existing tree is less than 4 meters from the building. It cannot be retained. Clearly showing all the requirements of the standard on the plan is very important. This information assists the council planner in assessing the standard and demonstrates that the standard has been met. In this case study, the trees on the plan that provide the canopy cover from which the calculation is derived consists of 2 retained and 2 new proposed trees in Area A. One of the retained trees does not meet the requirements of the 4-meter setback and should be revised. 5 new proposed trees and a number of trees on the adjacent property in Area B. The interesting point in this case study is the landscape architect prepared the draft plan based on their interpretation of the standard. Their understanding was that the trees on neighboring properties can be counted toward canopy. This brings us to part 2 of the discussion, the Townhouse and Low-Rise Code guidelines. With new policies, as applications are submitted and policies are tested, there is always refining that needs to be done over time. Included in the guidelines for tree canopy cover is a table of what canopy cover does and does not include, specifically noting that canopy cover does not include a tree planted outside of the title boundary, any area below an overhanging built form, an area overlapping with another tree. This guidance creates some confusion, as the standard does not include this information. Overall, the guidelines provide useful information on how to implement this standard and should be referred to for direction. If you would like assistance navigating through the planning process, including Clause 55, contact CS Town Planning.